Oh, trying to pause my headphones. Hi, it's me, Poison. I'm trying to pause the music that was in my headphones. So I decided to just I was working on the model and I got to a point where it's the cool razzle dazzle part of model making. So I figured I'd go ahead and hit the live button and just do this part live. Because this is the fun and interesting part. It's where my models kind of really come together. The model that I'm working on currently is the ink Vtuber model. So we're going to be doing that. And that's pretty much the main thing we're going to do. And then we might do a brief test with it, but we will definitely do a test stream with the ink Vtuber model tomorrow. So that way we can make sure it's ready in time. And hello, Silver Sun. I'm doing good. I made some progress on the model. I went ahead and did the skeleton and the physics part for the most part. I still need to do fine tuning. And I haven't done anything with the chest. I was going to do that. But we are ready to start kind of really working on the fun and animated part of the model. So we're going to be working on that. I want to see something. I know that I had. Okay, I'm all good. But yeah, so that's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna go ahead and pull us over to the live stream, make sure everything is on the right page. And it should be all good. to my knowledge, it should be all good. Turn up this. And I'm going to turn my audio playback on for just a moment. Advance, because otherwise it's quiet for me. Let's go to live scene. Okay, so this is what we're working on. It's the model that we started working on the other day, where we were working on the design part. So ideally, it's gonna look like this 90% of the time, and all of this stuff here is just like special effect mapping. I want ink to come off the model, and if I want that to happen, I need basically a bunch of like extra material wrapped around to give me space to put like animations and stuff. But this is what it mostly is going to look like, this image on the right. I'm gonna do this like step by step. And we're still playing around with things. I think what I decided for now, until I can test out some different like hand animations, I'm gonna like probably first let me select everything, shading, switch to realistic, because I want my like I want to make like marbled ink effects. Realistic, and we're gonna turn you into the light. There we go. Where's the hands? There they are. But yeah, so I'm gonna be replacing everywhere where you see like just straight black is gonna have like a marbled effect to it. Now, I tried to see if I could find like a reference, like a texture reference for what I want to do, but I couldn't find it. So instead, I'm going to pretty much have to make it myself, which isn't an issue. It just means I have to do some experimentation. But once I get it down, it'll be pretty much what I put on everything. So if I think about ink, I'm thinking the core is black. And I also want the edges to be black. And then I hit exit. This isn't like the final step by any means. Fix now. And I want this to replace what is there. Okay. I have a water normal map that I need. I also need to grab a bunch of these. So let me go ahead. There's the noise map. Oh, this one won't work for what I have. And then I want this silver. Okay, I think that's all that I can grab from this. Copy and paste. This could work as a water normal map. But I'm gonna see if I have any just already here. Textures. LUT cube. Masks. Yeah, I already know what these are. What are these gifts? These aren't useful for me either. I think noise is probably going to be where I find the most useful. I think this or this is going to be what will make a good normal map for me. Copy path. File. Open. Control-V. I'm gonna have to go there manually. Assets. I'm looking for Poyomi. This not organized by... Oh, I think I can... There we go. And I want this. Open. So this is high contrast right now. I'm gonna take a correction layer. Contrast. I'm gonna turn the brightness up by a lot. Turn the contrast a little bit down. Hit OK. Hello, gaming archaeologist. Thank you. We're currently working on finishing the ink Vtuber model, and this is the closest thing I had to that color palette. Plus, you know my rule. Anytime I get a toxic masculine comment, I have to use my most feminine models. It's just, we try to push ourselves out of their algorithm as much as we can. Because I don't need that in my life. No, I will say, half of my stuff is tagged with like gay, queer, like LGBT. So when they see my content, it's because they're in the closet. That's the only answer. And not in a every bad person's in the closet kind of way, in a your algorithm just called you gay kind of way. Like, I didn't say it, the algorithm did. The algorithm thought you would love me. Yeah, no, I don't understand it either. And part of me, like, yeah, no, I can't even think of like a really good reason to. Because the best way to handle like someone you don't like is just hit not interested and scroll on. Because even if you like comment and then hit not interested, you kind of canceled out your not interested with a comment. because I still get the engagement, which means it still pushes out the video. Granted, I don't really want it pushed out to those types of audiences, but same, just like move on. I still find it funny. My most downliked thing is talking about internet safety. Merge selected layers. Filter, effect, normal map. I want the gradients to be softer, because this is going to be a weird bumpy map. Blur, strong blur. Let's see. That's not gonna work. I could just like manually like add the blur. Oh, this might be better to do this kind of blur. Control C, Control V. And I'm just gonna like take this blender and just kind of blend out some of the bumpy spots. Because the main thing I'm looking for is to have gradients. Okay. File, save as. Do. This one. But yeah, no, I have no clue. And typically, I'm like, I won't highlight those messages, but I'm also at a standpoint of like, I do have to figure out where I want to, like, well, for one, I don't think it's quite the climate to be silent. Like, that's just my personal opinion. Because, yeah, for obvious reasons. So typically, I don't really say anything, but they caught me on the wrong day because I've already recorded video and now it will be immortalized. Do I have two of these? No, only one of these applies. How are there... This says it's not attached to anything. That's definitely this. I'm just gonna lock this down and not worry about it. Yeah, no, I typically will do that. Um, I will say it is very obvious when someone is trying to purposefully misgender. And while that's ineffective against me because I'm gender fluid, I do know that I have a quite sizable, like a good portion of my audience is actually trans. And I'm like, yeah, just stop. We're not gonna condone that behavior. The best part is in a few moments, I'll probably block them so that way they can't respond. Just same. I'm like, I don't mind you fantasizing whatever part you want me to have. That being said, I think I locked the wrong one. Oh no, I didn't. Okay. Anyways, because this is the right one. I don't know how I got a copy of it, but I did. Let's see. Take this, fix, and then I'm gonna go to cube map, and I'm gonna try this first. Take this to like a. So I want it to look very ink, and I'm not 1000% sure how to accomplish it. 4 and 5. And then come down to this. Oh, that looks very ink. Let me. I'm going to take the shading section here, copy, and I'm going to paste it in different locations. Paste. And we're going to see how that looks. Because the ink idea slash palette I have is basically a broken like ballpoint pen. At least that's what I was imagining when thinking of this outfit. Do. Paste. Okay, next I'm going to work on doing the details of the top because that's on the inner side, which means it's going to be harder to like work with the further I get like going. In order to do that, I'm going to need to separate out the materials. So doop, file, open, textures, and I'm going to look for the dress. Here it is. I'm going to make selections based off of color code. Selection. Anything that matches silver, make sure it grabbed it all. Selection. Now white. Oh, I might need to further this. Looks like it's not wanting to select that. So I'm just gonna manually do that section. That should be good. Because I don't think I can see the very base of this. So Control C, Control V. And finally this. Zoom in. Yep. There we go. And I want to select. I don't know how much of this will be visible. It's also in the back, so I'm not too worried. And Control C, Control V. Whoops. Control C, Control V. So there's like a sliver there. It's not going to get anything unless I do this. So if I show these two and hide this, I can use it as a negative space map. But first, File, Save As, go to the materials, and we're going to call this Silver Map. Yes. File, Save As, B, Base, US. Yes. File, Save As, negative, white. Yes. That's one of the most useful things to learn to do. If you have something that's not, like if you have like a main piece of fabric, like this white, instead of, if you can't get like the edges, select everything else, and then for the last step, make just a negative space that includes everything that's not things you could select. So like my negative white is this silver and the black, and that way it contains all of the white when I like do the alpha. Okay. So I'm gonna go to this and paste. And I'm gonna put a mask here. Where did those save? Because they're not here. Where did I save those? File, save as. They're in Sigrika's section. That makes sense, because that was the last place. Okay. I just gotta grab them from here and move them over. Negative, silver. I believe it's just these three. I don't know why it wouldn't let me drag these over there. I saw it drag something over there, but I don't know what it actually ended up dragging over. But that should be fixed. Oh, this is silver thing, not silver map. My naming scheme needs to be improved greatly. Let's see. Okay, we're working on this base part. That's the tongue. First up, I want to put this mask down, fix, and we're going to set this to alpha. So now it should be covering the bottom, but not the top. And this, I want to also set fix now. There we go. I need another matte cap. In this matte cap, I'm going to drag my silver material over. And silver map, fix, and replace. Switch this to alpha, and now it should only be silver, the lining of the top. And then I can apply these normal maps to their sections because I put that other map up. And we're going to do 4, 3, and I want it to pan. Okay. Now I need my snipping tool. I'm going to grab this. Pull it over. Drag it up. Multiply. Now, note, this is going to be darker than what it appears here. So I might want to make this brighter or darker. It's probably going to take more than one export to get it right. And that's simply because we're working with darker colors, which have their own challenge. Okay. Up next. Okay, I think I need to plug in my draw pad. I don't know what that message was about. File. Open. I think... I think therefore I am. I would love to like make something that's super basic that I can use on a lot. Hide this. So first, I'm gonna dye the background black because we're making an alpha map, which starts with black. And then new tab. I'm gonna see if I can't find like a good droplet. Ironically, this dabble light might do some good here. Ooh, actually. Dye this white. Black. Because I can use this. This could be a really cool alpha map. It's also a good noise map. File. Save as. This time save in the right folder. I'm gonna put question mark. Because I'm not sure. It's not saving. I could save over this. I don't know why it's not saving, but we'll use that workaround. Okay, so then I'm going to come up to here, which is the alpha map, drag this over, fix now, 5, subtract, I'm going to do 4 and 5. I do want this to pan outwards. Like this. And I'm gonna have the ink that comes on the outfit have more color, because I think that'll give a cool effect. And we're gonna turn the back off. So now it'll render the back part of it too. And I think that works. So then I want to go to this. I'm going to do the same process. Take this over. We're going to do 2, 4, 1.5. Actually, if I could get that same texture up here, that would be great. Because that looks a lot more like how it does in my head. Yeah, I like that more. And once again, for those of you who are unfamiliar, this is going to be way darker in a different environment. As a matter of fact, this is going to be a little bit closer, but even then, it's going to be darker than this. Okay. I'm going to go to this. Is that on gradient? Yeah, it is. Okay. Switch this to this. Fix now. And we're going to take the negative white. We want to use the alpha map. And we're going to invert. And then come down here to custom normal map. Bring this fabric over. Two. I need to reverse. Exit. Fix. Because I want the highlight to be on the rounded part of the object. There we go. Fix. And then I'm going to do new, just in case it doesn't save. Yes, Uno reverse. Using negative space maps is actually super useful, because before I was not getting like this little edge, but now that I have it select everything that wasn't previous selected, I could get the edge without having to like take a selector tool and individually pick the pixels. Because otherwise I was gonna have to do that. Okay. probably need this to be darker. And I want to reverse this flow. I want it to be going upwards. So that way, when I introduce this, nope, not this element. This element, the hands are flowing in the right direction. Oh yeah, that is that is another one of the hands. I'm thinking, like, the inspiration for this is actually like a famous designer whose name I cannot remember. But hence, like, these hand placements, that's how the dress is normally. It has two hands over the, like, breast area, cupping the area. But I wanted it to be more animated than that, which is how we got where we are right now. I do want to use this. And we're going to do point to point, which means it's going to go from, like, X to Y. Just going to start at -1 and go to 1. So we want to take this, put it at 0, then take this, put it at 0. Um, it's showing down here, but it's not showing up there. I'm hoping it's not because there's a weird thing where the mats got doubled. Oh yeah, Robin too. There's a few hand animes. I don't know where the designer got their inspiration, so it's quite possible they got it from that. So see how there's a preview here? I should be seeing this actually reflected on the model, but I'm not, which is a little bit worrisome. Uh, Control C, Control V. Let's see. Violet, Chopskis. I know Violet Chachki does it. She has the glove one. But there's someone else who has another one that actually has, like, individual hands. Yeah, I don't remember. I think if I could have figured out by searching drag queens who I knew wore the outfit, and I'm sure if I listened to the audio, I could find it. I'm gonna hit play and see if, when I hit play, if I can have these hands do what they're supposed to. Because right now, they're not doing what they're supposed to. And sometimes it's a frame thing. It got really popular um, after it was done on the Met Gala. So, like, well, while this is loading, it looks like a lot of designers are claiming credit. Honestly. Like, every time I search it up. And you know what? I'm just gonna give the credit to Violet Chachki, because that's likely where I originally saw it. Oh, Elfin Lead. I have seen that. Honestly, it's probably for the best that I couldn't find it, because it's rather adult. And I could get YouTube mad at me for putting it on screen. Like, it's TV friendly, but maybe I'll tweet it out. Whenever I find my reference picture that's in my head, but not in reality, I'll post it. I probably need to exit out of some things. Do do do. I can probably exit out of this. Yeah. Some people do a bodysuit underneath it, but I have also seen it kind of be like appliques, where the hands are just stuck to the skin, which is one of the ones that was like sticking in my mind. Sticky hands. Make a dress fully out of sticky hands. And then when you spin, whirlwind attack. I don't know if I know Fatal Frame. I know Elven Lead. Uh, maybe I do actually know Fatal Frame. Let me see. Yeah, I don't think I've played that. haven't played many horror games. I was a very scared child. So I was not allowed to participate in horror games. That's one of the few things where like I'll agree with my parents. I I definitely was not the type of child who could handle playing any kind of horror game. I barely could handle like Scooby-Doo. So but yeah, I think the preview isn't loading properly on this. Um, fix now. Check this. Check this. Yeah, I don't know why this isn't transferring over. I'm gonna take these things off and then see. Let's do this. -2 and 2. There we go. I would like to reverse this. 2, -2. Because I want the hands to come up. Let's see. The outfit when you had it zoomed out earlier. Okay. Oh, where's my shoes? There we go. Okay, and this is the thing I need the drop pad for. Which I did apparently fully unplug. Ah, yeah. I don't think YouTube will even allow me to enable the setting for sending. I went to grab paintbrush, white. I want like something that looks very paint. Like a brush stroke. Watercolor. Ooh, watercolor actually might be the right call. The thing I want to do is make it look like I'm painting, but it's generating through painting. What happens is I forget how, like, the range of my face tracker, and like I probably need glasses. My face tracker has a wide like shot, which is what makes it so easy to forget what is in frame and what isn't. Okay. Then I'm gonna take fingertip. I'm just gonna see if this works. Save as. Hopefully it'll let me save in it this time. There it goes. I don't know why it didn't let me save before. Okay, there it is. Um, this is the hands. I don't think it goes in noise. I don't think that works much either. I'm gonna set noise to none. Fix now. Yeah, that's definitely not gonna work. So I do think it is noise that I need. But yeah, I've never been too good with scary games. And not necessarily always in a good way. 'Let's see. This is the weird part, is that sometimes just doesn't show up. Point 4. I want it to look painted. Maybe what I need to do is have either top or bottom file, save. Yes. And if this doesn't work, I'll flip it and see if that works. Yeah, it's still more erasing than drawing. Which is not the vibe. So let me try this, which is just a noise. And that kind of looks like static. I was trying to not have to, But I might have to do this as a GIF if I want to get the animation I want. Because it's not doing the GIF, it's not like doing the thing I need it to. Go to noises. I don't think any of these are going to be right. But let me just select a few. Control C. That's what happened. I can delete those. I figured it out at least. Yeah. There are like certain horror games I feel like I could handle, but it's mostly the same rule I have for like movies, where like if it's a witch, the chances are increased that I'll be able to like deal. I think the issue I have right now is it's going diagonal, and I don't want it diagonal. Like that's closer. We're getting there. Invert. All of these just for me to basically figure out if I want this to look right. It's likely gonna have to be a GIF, which means I gotta make it myself and animate it myself. I was trying to not have to do that. Well, for now, I'm gonna erase that. Move on to the next part that is fairly easy. Okay. Additive. Matte cap. Control C, Control V. I want the second one made. Gradient. Replace. base color, black. I'm doing that like old Hollywood, what they used to do on black and white film, where they'd wear like the clear sequence, like mesh top. Part of this, I feel like I'll end up exporting more than once anyways. So I might get this at a workable state and then export it. Same. I just read she ran from demons and jumped in a convertible. It's like, same. I used to drive a convertible. I loved that. Convertibles are fun. Oh, I guess I could. I didn't think about that. Dissolve might be more complicated than what I need. Because it is possible. Okay. Because this might have like a very similar effect. Add. It was worth a shot. But no. I think what we'll first do is make sure my ink effects work. And then we'll export. Wait, why are you... Oh, it's still on that. Oh. Yeah, we're gonna work on the, like, inky effects first. Make sure all of the ink works, and then we'll get fancy with it on a second export. Do, do, do. And pan. There we go. Where is this? I'm gonna copy. And then for these, I am going to paste. Hello, Epic. Let's see. I'm just gonna go ahead and use my hair matte. We can go ahead and set that to 2. Click on this one, and we're going to set it to 4 and 5. Is this using a custom normal map? No, okay. I want this to be more transparent, I think. But I think it will be on export, actually. So I'm not going to worry about it. Focus at the task at hand. Which is to make sure the ink looks good. Okay. File. Control-C, Control-V. And then put this. Actually, you know what? File. Save as. Brush handle. Okay, see ya. Have a good one. Yes. Okay. Go to this. We're gonna like add that silver mat to this. Mask. Fix. Alpha. And then you can probably just drag this over. Yeah. Control-C, Control-V. Just so I don't have to worry about anything. This. And then replace. And then I'm gonna mix with the base color. There we go. Okay. And then I want to do a matte cap. Grab this, put it in the mask section. Do gradient. Select this. Fix. Tile. And I do want this to pan. Probably on the X. Alpha. Inverse. This is going to be like the paint on the brush. I mean, just to add a bunch of color variation here. Actually, if we're going to have it be like the ink, it'd probably be better to like copy the color that the ink is using. Like that. Fix now. And this should rotate. I do think it needs more white, because it's a little bit too dark, and it's hard to see any flow. Oh, this is non-binary. Non-binary paintbrushes. I do want to add blue in, though. Okay, close. Fix now. And then I want to grab custom roll map. And I'm going to use this hair. 2. And then panning. 1. This will cause like the brush, like the hairs on there, to look more like hair. So it can maintain the brush aesthetic. Okay. Let's get to adding my standard stuff. Because a lot of this is going to be like easy lock-in. Body. This one is going to need a little bit. Actually, no, I think it's pretty much fine. I'm going to go specials, emission, fluorescent, use base colors. Lock in. Face. Lips. Edit. I'm going to export these lips so I can use it as a mask. Export. Yes. Go to the face. Special. Glitter. Mask. Fix now. Alpha. There we go. 100. I want to add like a purpley hue to this. Okay, this is the overcoat. I'm gonna multiply. And I think that's good. Lock in. Yeah, we're gonna work towards locking in all the materials and exporting it so we can see how it looks. Because right now, I'm making assumptions about this ink effect, but I can't be sure yet because it's going to be very different when put in a different lighting environment. But this also means we'll have something to stream Monday, and it won't take nearly as long. But this will be a prototype. Lock in. This. Fade. Got my eyebrows. But yeah, I can see like areas that I'm probably gonna have to change. But it's early to say if I'm going to have to change it actually or not. One of the bright sides is because we will have a base version of this model, we'll be able to use the model while working on the model, which I love being able to do. I can see some areas that I want to improve. I'm probably going to end up using, instead of a cube map, gradient materials. Because I can see that, like, the cube map is working great on the gloves, but for the flowy wet ink, it's not working so great. Okay. I do want to set this to 1. I don't know how visible that is, but it just needs to create some movement. Okay. And I'm gonna lock that in. Go ahead, lock this in. Okay. This just needs, whoops, not to go in there. Gradient, replace, lock in. I might also just add like a silver to my shoes. Grab this. Make sure these still have their thing. Gradient. Off. Okay. Base color, light color. Lock in. Do do do. Um, I could see like doing that like very, very slight. Turn this down. Very slight emission. Lock in. I think I'll just lock that in. Like we'll probably just lock the tail and the splatter effects in. Speaking of which, I'm gonna go ahead and go up here. Because I truly don't know how those are gonna look in the end process. Okay. Locked in. These gloves. Copy. Paste. Wait, why is the dress still bright? Unlock. Because I think I like that better. Lock in. Go to this. Oh, that's freaky. Pan. Lock in. So we're gonna call this one VW, no animation. Like, I mean, it has some slight animation, but like, not the finished product. Oop. Hello. Oop. My mic cut out there for a second. But yeah, I want to go ahead and see what this is looking like. What is this? Oh, okay. This can be probably ignored. I'm gonna leave that probably cut out. If I did anything, it would just be to like add more ink. But I don't need it for now. I do have an idea for how I can animate this by hand. By basically using OBS to record a GIF that is the same size as this is, like the texture for the outfit is, and then putting that video into CapCut and turning it into a GIF. Okay, matcap, gradient. Just gonna drag this on it. Replace. lock in. I think that's the oh, I think the gloves are the last to get locked in. I might unlock the tongue because the heart right now on the tongue is white, and I'm gonna make it red. Do 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 do. We're almost to the test phase. This is one of the more complicated models, which means it does need a separate test phase. Sometimes I can just do it without having to like really see anything, but because some of these colors are just so dark, I'm gonna need to, and I'm playing with like dark values. It's easy if I'm using like light values like this because I know they're gonna show up, but when I use darker values like this, there's a chance it just appears as black. Like when put into Wordo. Yeah, let me fix my tongue. Because I do want unlock. I want to grab Matte Cap. Oh, actually, Cube Map, Gold, Red, Slight Emission. My cat has entered the lab. And Alpha. There we go. Honestly, I am kind of giving Death by Glamour. That robot from Undertale. Let's see. That's all locked in, locked in, locked in. I'm gonna do a quick jiggle physics on the upper chest. Create empty, add, because this does not take long at all. Bone spring, bust 1, bust 2. Gonna do hard spring, limit distance. Hit back, save, play. Watch that be enough to have taken my YouTube live down. I have had it taken down for less. But I will not be silenced. Let's see. Okay. So you need to fix a bone that's right there. Yeah, I think that's fine. It's not amazing, but it's fine. Okay, let's go into this. I believe it should be this one. I was wrong. It's this one. We're just gonna turn the length down. Maybe move it slightly to the left. Save. Just want to make sure that I don't have that weird thing there. Okay, scene. Hair is more normalized. Hide bones. Okay. We're ready to kind of like look at how this looks. Only thing I kind of want to do is maybe slow down that exterior like shed. Unlock. Lock in. This kid's moving a little fast. And this speed is based off frames per second. Let's see. New mod. BW. No animation. And by that, I typically mean fancy animation. Like there is technically animation here. Set up character. Create mod. Make sure my bones didn't go wonky. Okay, they're all the right orientation still. Okay, now the last thing I need to do, go through here, make sure everything is locked in. Locked in. That way I don't have to export twice. Okay. Wardo, switch to active mode. Build, BW, no animation. I don't think it'll take too long, because there's not as many moving parts to this. But while that's doing its thing, I'm going to exit this, close without saving. And then I'm gonna exit vroid as a whole and save. Exit, save. Dun, 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 do, do, do. Do, 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 do. Oh yeah, no. I can't believe someone thought I was using a voice changer. No, I'm just hearing disabled. Ugh, people. I could never be so bold. Oh, I looked behind me and I saw there was a Red Bull commercial playing. Same. And call the people like uh that comment stuff like that because I'm like, I would say like childish. I mean, I guess they ask the questions I expect to get from like a kindergartner. You know, they like how they ask uncomfortable questions because they don't get social cues. But yeah, I wanted to like, there's still stuff I want to do on the model. It's not done. It actually has quite a bit to go, but I need to see how these colors are looking and if I need to do anything to them before I do anything else. So I decided to just go ahead and do an export for safety. Yeah. Because honestly, like, it truly doesn't matter. But it is massive. It's girth. Causes heart problems. No. No, let's just say I do remember in high school having to hold my textbooks a certain way. Because, yeah. You know that like that stereotype of having a thin feminine frame and then part of that is actually based in the fact that like the thinner you are, typically the less fat that's around it. So it will appear to be larger in size. And by the way, TOS, I'm talking about like hot dogs, like the ones you get at a ballpark. Definitely not having a conversation about anything else. No, it is reminding me of like Alaska Thunder F. And she has that line, it's like, some most beautiful women in the world have enormous. I actually do like hot dogs, specifically turkey dogs. I'm not a big fan of beef dogs, but like I like the turkey ones. Do 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 do. I have that song stuck in my head so hard right now. Um, drag this to characters. Now I just gotta pull up Wordo. Dun, 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 dun. Okay, if I had a voice changer, um, honestly, it would take me a while to get the settings. Because like my hearing disability, sometimes like I won't hear it immediately. I'll hear it like in post. No, I don't even sound like I have a voice changer. For one, a voice changer speaks at a regular and constant octave and pitch, but my voice goes up and down. Like, even if I was using a voice changer, I would have to be doing most of the voice myself for the pitch changes. That or have keybinds out the ass. Because, yeah, my hearing disability causes my voice to modulate. Uh, if you note, sometimes I say I'm turning on audio playback or turning off audio playback. That's so I can hear myself. It has my mic on a delay that plays in my ears. But I can't like make live adjustments. And it's also what causes my voice to like have even more variation sometimes, especially for longer sentences. Okay. Ooh. Nee, nee. I'm over here now. I'm over here now. Switching my face tracker. I'm over here now. Dear God, this has to be calibrated. Hi, it's me, Poison. And I'm on the other computer. Because I have two voice trackers. I mean, not voice trackers. I got stuck thinking on the voice changer situation, like. No, I mean, also, this should be a really fancy voice changer. I do have a noise gate. Same. Okay, let's see. Oh yeah, it's not a poison. It's in the bees. I think it's BW. Yeah. I need to see like what the mats look like, so I kind of just exported it before I'm finished. See, this is one of these reasons why I knew I was gonna have to do this. Like, do you see how these mats look in Wardo? And then let's go over to Unity. See how bright purple this is comparatively? And then like this. Uh, my tongue sensitivity is not set like how it is on the other computer. On the bright side, I'll be able to use this model while working on the model. Because this is usable. Oh, let's do the thing. Let's do the thing that I wanted to see and make sure it works. Okay. Character 5. Attach to. Do. I went 0, 0, 3. And I went the very tip. There we go. Let's see. This should attach to the hair. Let me turn wind off. It might be easier to see it on the other one. But I can attach this to the hair brush, like the paintbrush. Do, do, do. Let's go. Same. Oh, and on my arms. And on my back. It's not moving with the hair. Do, do, do. Head. Left shoulder. Jaw. So not there. There's a way for me to get to attach. I just gotta figure out how to get it to actually like move with it. Because it's not moving with it right now. But I know it's possible. Do, 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 do. I wonder if... Let me pull this over so we can all look at this together. And pull you over here. Yay! I should have done this a while ago. Seeing how, like... Yeah. It does feel weird talking from, like, the other computer. Because this one's normally just used for animation. Yay! I honestly, the Barbie horse game was one of my favorite horse racing games when I was a kid because like it had the best horse racing system, personally. Like it was that or like Oblivion. Barbie's horse racing or Oblivion. My interest very greatly. Let's see. Yeah, like, why aren't you updating? It's on the right character. I might be able to do it if I activate the tail rigging. That might make it do it. That's material properties. I'm not sure. Same. Yeah. I know there's a way for me to get to attach. And that's definitely one of the goals I have. I do have an alternative option. I do have one. Oh no, I just realized. uh, I'm gonna go ahead and move this one over to the streaming computer. Dude. Network. No, I can't believe I forgot that I could just drag uh, my models from one computer to the other. I'd been like uploading them to Google Chrome, and then like re-downloading them on the other computer. It just for some reason never occurred to me to like speed that process up. Do 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 do. You'll see. Same. Yeah, they're paintbrushes. Jessica and Stephanie, the snakes, are now paintbrushes. Sentient paintbrushes. I kept the soul, ditched the body. I'm gonna add a paint to the end of them. Snake hairbrushes. To be fair, if I was thinking snake hairbrush, it's obviously the handle. That's the snake skin. Same. No, I'm excited for Foley. Okay, file is transferred. Now I just gotta move it to the right folder. Oh god. I clicked Finder too many times. I don't need this many finders. Oh. Uh, there we go. Characters. Okay. We are moving it back to the appropriate computer. It's me. Let's switch this out. Hi, it's me, Poison. And I'm over here. Now. Also, isn't it interesting how whichever computer the model's on changes a lot? It's because the graphic settings. The computer over here is dedicated to running just the model, whereas the other one also sometimes have to run background like things. Live scene. Reveal me. It doesn't have the animations yet, but it will. Also, this one is in the dark, so that also plays a role. Oh, you know what? I might go to back to me close up. So we can like, or I could just do this. And make me bigger on the screen. I'm gonna keep it on live screen actually, because it's gonna be hard to see the character in front of the black. Hi, it's me, Poison, and I'm gonna do an animation test. Do. And thank you, Silver Sun. Now, typically the Bob physics on first export are crazy. So if they are a bit jello, that's why. I'm still perfecting the physics I want for that. I'm just gonna use that one dance that I like to use a lot. Do. This one. So I could see that like there's some things I need to fix. Let's try just catwalk. Oh, yeah. Camel dancing. Dan Eddie. Dan Eddie Helen Cabot and a handmaid. Yours over yours for the single dance day. It's no lie. Misa in the Kwanzaa. Met Eddie Helen caramel dancer. Ooh, 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 ah, ooh, ah. So come on. I like to have fun. Oh no, I've lost. I've lost my animations. Okay, there they are. Do. So I think the main thing I need to do is increase the like width of my leg colliders. And maybe lower them a little bit. Though this one doesn't look bad at all. And yes, this is the Cupid dance. Okay. This is the one I normally use to like test. Yeah, that's lifting up a bit high. So I think it's more that I need to lower where my colliders are. Yeah, I just need to like adjust the lower colliders. It's not too terrible. And I do have like a skin mask on underneath this model. But yeah. The only thing I worry about is that the top is very close to my skin color. Like, I clearly put that silver outline so you could see that. Like, it's all covered. I'm kind of giving Swan Lake a little bit. Okay, I can see chat again. Like, I will say, this looks decent. I can do better, but this does look decent. The main thing I can do better is make things more visible. I was worried, that's the main reason also why I wanted to go ahead and export, is because looking at this, I'm like, oh, the purple's kind of pretty visible. But then it turns out, no, it's not. I can actually go way brighter. Like, way brighter. Which is good to know, because it's gonna make making some of the, like, flowing effects easier. I also might need to make my top a little less matchy with my skin. Like, I might even need to add, like, a slight glow effect or something. Just to make it clear. So you can more easily see the fabric. Because right now, it's a little hard to see the fabric. Partially because of these two hands in front. Now, if I add the animation, it's probably not that bad. Because with the animation, you'll be able to see the bottom of the cloth. Right now, you can't really see the bottom of the cloth. But, like, see right there, you can easily see right there that, like, silver lining. Also, the fact that the hands aren't even touching my body. uh, I do like the eyes. And I like the lipstick. All in all, once I brighten things up, add some of the final animations, I'll think I'll be in a good spot. Let me see. Okay, that being said, it is 12:42. I need to make some short content, but I will see you guys all tomorrow at 8:30 p.m. EST. We're gonna finish this and then play some games. I'll probably test some things before I go live, just to see if they work, such as the GIF thing I want to try, because it's possible they don't lay out properly. But yeah. Switch to me close up. But I would like to take this time to say thank you to everyone who came by. You guys are all amazing, and I can't wait to see you in future streams. Which again is in about 12 plus 8 hours, 20 hours. See you in 20 hours. Bye for now. Uh, we love you. Why am I saying we? Love you too. uh, bye. I can speak for myself. No. Uh, sweet dreams, or good evening, or good morning, depending on your time zone.